Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of Horror Obscura. The movies for this episode are the 2006 film Wages of Sin and the 2004 film Skeleton Man. I have seen Wages of Sin before, but don't really recall anything about it. Skeleton Man, however, is a new watch. The first film is Wages of Sin from 2006. As stated in the intro, I have seen it before, but I didn't really recall that much about it. The film is a low-budget effort, and it's pretty obvious from the opening shots. The film had 3 people involved in writing the script: Adam S. Leslie, Christine Locker, and Leanne Riddle. None of them has had any real success in the movie industry, with all of them having 10 or less credits to their name. The film was directed by Aaron Robson, who, similar to the writers, has a small credit listing. The cast members also have a low number of credits to their careers, with the exception of Billy St. John, who played the preacher. Wages of Sin starts out with 2 couples heading out to a country estate that one of the girls, Sue, played by Ashlie Victoria Clark, had inherited. She is the sole surviving member of the family, even though she was estranged from them for probably about 15 years. Her and her boyfriend Ron, played by Brandon Anderson, and their friends Christine, played by Emily Lucas, and Christine's boyfriend Taylor, played by Prentice Reedy, arrive at the estate, and Sue immediately begins to have visions and flashbacks. A couple of the characters do something stupid, which characters in horror movies tend to do, and then the visions Sue is having begin to become all too real. There's nothing really too remarkable about the film. The effects are okay for a low-budget film, but they could have been a lot better if they put just a little bit more effort into it. They must have had a tight schedule or a very low budget, so just had to make do with what they could. The script has a few plot holes, and there are some reveals that, while not hinted at, are pretty common in horror films. You'll know them when you see them. Pretty much all the film takes place in or around the house.
Check out all this stuff. Check this out. Check this shit out.
Everything all right? What's taking you guys so long? What are you guys doing?
Hey, what are you doing, babe?
I'm trying to light the stove. Tay, it's a wood-burning stove. Wood. Yeah.
Hey, when did this happen?
Just now in the basement.
There's no way.
That's at least a couple days old.
I think I would have noticed that.
Taylor, half the time you don't notice whether your head's attached to your body.
Hey, I wonder what this is. It's a photo album. Oh my god, that must be you.
I've never seen any pictures.
You were so cute. Don't ever do that.
I was just checking on you.
Not a child, Ron.
What's gotten into you? Ever since we arrived here, you've been acting so weird.
There's some kind of presence here. I felt it ever since we arrived.
So it's easy to imagine stuff, especially in this old house.
What are you guys doing?
I made a Ouija board and we're gonna have a seance.
What?
I want to tell her about Jane that it's not going to work. She thinks she can contact the dead.
Guys, I don't think this is a good idea. Not here, anyway.
I'm with Sue on this one.
Oh, come on, guys. It'll be fun. What else are we gonna do? We're in the boring countryside. L-E-A-V-E. Leave. Why? Why do you want us to leave?
As I said, there isn't anything that really stands out with Wages of Sin. The effects are pretty cheap, the acting is for the most part uninspired, and the script was pretty typical for what you're going to find in a direct-to-video movie from the 2000s. The one thing I wasn't particularly a fan of is that the writers seem to have some kind of beef with Christians. As a Christian myself, I'm not offended by that or by other films in a similar vein. But there seemed to be a little more to the way the script was written than just to have it be the catalyst for the film. Wages of Sin is not rated, and it has a 93-minute runtime. At the time of my posting this video, it had a 2.7 rating on IMDb with 318 ratings. The most popular choice is 1 star, with 2 and 3 stars not too far behind. When I originally saw it, I gave it a rating of 2 stars, and upon rewatch, I didn't really see anything that would make me raise or lower it. If you've seen Wages of Sin, I'd love to hear what you thought about it. I'm always curious what other people think about these relatively unknown films. And while you're doing that, why not take a few seconds to hit the like button if you enjoyed the review, and maybe even subscribe and alert buttons as well. Let's move on to the second film, which is from 2004. The film is titled Skeleton Man. The genres that IMDb has it tagged as is action, horror, and thriller. The film was written by Frederick, who doesn't really have any well-known movies listed in his credits. The director for the film was Johnny Martin. Most of his filmmaking career is involved with stunts, either as a performer or a coordinator. Aside from Michael Rooker and Casper Van Dien, none of the main cast are familiar to me, though a couple do have around 100 acting credits to their name. It would be easy to write a synopsis for this film. Predator puts on a skull mask. There you go. But I suppose I could elaborate a little more. The movie starts with 2 survivors of an attack from an unknown entity. They are the only survivors and seek immediate evacuation, which of course fails to arrive, and they end up dying. We then switch to a new team led by Captain Leary, played by Rooker, and a co-ed team of specialists, each having a specialty. There's a communications expert, a sharpshooter, and the other generic skills that would appear in a military movie. Don't concern yourself with which character has which specialty. None of it comes into play. Van Dien's character of Sergeant Oberron apparently had served under Captain Leary before. There's a brief interlude where we learn the origin of the Skeleton Man. There was really nothing going on in this film, just the Skeleton Man killing people. I think the opening was an explanation as to why he showed up, but the acting was so dull and uninteresting I don't recall any of it except something about a tomb, I think. When I compared it to Predator, there's more than a passing resemblance. The POV of the Skeleton Man is infrared, he has the ability to appear and disappear at will, and he collects trophies from his kills. The team members simply exist for the purpose of getting killed in various manners. I'm going to be honest, I did doze off a couple times, but rewatched to make sure I didn't miss anything of any importance, and I didn't.
Listen. No cars, no planes, no birds. Nothing. It's what the first men heard. It's what the last men will hear. Just the wind blowing through the trees and the world turning.
Mm-hmm. You've been working on that one for a while, haven't you?
Too much.
Just a bit. Oberron. Oberron! Oberron!
Let's go. Wake up. She relieved me and was tuned in. They're taking the offensive.
Makes no sense. Unless you're a 200-year-old Indian with a hankering for army rations.
There's no tracks. So they just disappeared.
Well, I'm about to unload a world of pain onto this cottonmouth Joe. Is Oberron wearing a sack on like?
Nah, that's fine.
You can eat if you want to. We'll wait for you.
I'm ready. I'll eat on the go.
It's fresh, but we haven't seen it before. Went out solo, one man, two, maybe 250. It's not him.
I know. Our guy doesn't use a rifle. All right, people. This could be our only chance to find out what really happened here. Just like with Kansas. Find it, bag it, tack it.
We're in combat. 12 o'clock.
Find your cover! Hold your fire! Chief, it's a guy on horseback. He's on his own. Identify yourself! We're U.S. Army on active assignment! You're ordered to identify yourself! Now! Fire!
As I said, there is really nothing going on in this film. It serves no purpose except maybe some paychecks. Michael Rooker was over the top with his portrayal of Captain Leary, and the rest of the cast were pretty one-dimensional. I don't think anyone would notice if they swapped actors and characters around during the film, even in the male-female dynamic. There was just nothing that stood out in any of them. I will say that Van Dien was pretty good with the role he was given. Think Johnny Rico, but in a different uniform. Skeleton Man is rated R and is 95 minutes long. When I popped in the DVD to watch it, it had a current IMDb rating of 2.1 stars with 2,148 ratings. The majority of the ratings are at 1 star, though a surprising number of people gave it 10 stars. I'm not sure what they watched, but they must have gotten it mixed up with another film. I'm going to have to go with the masses and give it 1 star. There are times when I'm hovering between numbers, but not in this case. I would love to hear from someone who gave this a 10. Since I'm on the polar opposite, I'm curious what you saw that I didn't. Perhaps it's for the simple reason of it being so bad? Thanks for watching episode 4 of Horror Obscura. If you're interested in checking out either of the movies on this video, unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately depending on your point of view, Wages of Sin is not currently available on any of the streaming services. However, Skeleton Man is available for streaming. Perhaps you may be able to find a used copy of the DVDs somewhere also. I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like button down below. It really helps, and if you know someone who might enjoy this content, please point them in this direction. Word of mouth is the best publicity. Also, hit the subscribe and alert buttons if you would like to know when the next video drops. And be sure to check out my Patreon page, Cinema Obscura, where I'll be posting at least one bonus single movie episode per week. And you might as well stop by my sister channel, Cinema Obscura, where I'll be checking out a couple of non-horror films. The cool thing is, if you decide to join the Patreon page, you will get access to the bonus single movie reviews I do for both channels. It's like 2 for Tuesday, but every day is Tuesday. Thanks again for checking out the video, and have the best day ever.